Hello friends, my name's Koolio and welcome back to the channel. Today guys, we're taking a first look impressions video for a new Chinese mobile gacha game called Cryptract. Now this game came out last week and I've been playing it over the course of the last couple of days and I've been enjoying it, but I gotta let you guys know right up front, whenever I play these foreign games, I like to let you guys know, is it easy to get into if you don't understand the language? This one actually is pretty hard. Let me go ahead and take a look at some of the sub menus. So this is for the character stuff. I have no idea what any of this stuff says. I literally have zero clue. It's pretty much me just randomly clicking on stuff and hoping something works. So it's pretty difficult to get into if you don't know Chinese, specifically when it comes to like managing and organizing your characters or trying to get into the settings. However, the best way I can describe the reason why you'd want to play a game like this is the art style, as well as it seems to be pretty generous. So what we're going to do is we're actually just going to jump straight into the combat so I can show you guys essentially what this game is all about. Now this is a hero collector game that's got kind of an old school style aesthetic to it that I actually really do enjoy. I think this game is really beautiful and it's actually really generous. Like as soon as you jump into the game, it's going to give you enough crystals and so many tickets and all that stuff to be able to do at least, I want to say like 30 or 40 summons. It was kind of crazy. And we've got enough to do another 20 summons in this video for you guys. So here we are, we're going through. I've got auto combat turned on. It has two different modes of auto combat. It's got auto skill or it's got basic auto. So if you don't want your characters to activate their skills, you can just have them do their basic attacks. Now I'm going to go ahead and turn off auto combat. Now when you have auto combat turned off, you can see your character's abilities down on the bottom right. Now if you look at the enemies that I'm facing, you can see that there's kind of like a circling arrow effect that's kind of happening on top of them. Basically that signifies that the character I currently have select is strong against those enemies. Now if you have a character that's weak against the enemies, it will do a down arrow, and if you have a character that's neither weak nor strong, it'll just do a basic circle spin. Now on the bottom right, you can see my character's abilities, which each cost a certain amount of action points to use. However, I don't know what any of the abilities do because it is all in Chinese, but you can go ahead and tap on it and it'll give you kind of a basic idea of like what's gonna happen with that ability. So I clicked on that one, all of them were centered around with a circle, so you can basically assume that's going to be kind of an area of effect ability. If you've got an ability that targets one of your teammates, that means your teammate's most likely going to get a buff or it's going to get a healing effect. So we go ahead and click on this, go ahead and tap on that and attack the first enemy. This one right here, see how the arrows kind of go down? If I go ahead and click on the boss in the very front, it does an AoE effect right there. So, I mean, it's not too hard to understand a lot of the combat of this game, but the reason you're going to play this game is for the different characters, its design, and to kind of grind your way through and level them up. However, it is kind of like there's a lot of elements to this game where like you'll get items to level up your characters fairly quickly right off the bat. And then once you've kind of collected the characters that you enjoy, because you don't really understand the game, or there really hasn't been a sort of end game progression for these characters I've noticed so far, or some form of progression that makes me want to continue to develop these characters. I don't know if this is going to be a game that's really going to suck in a lot of players, specifically if you don't know the language. But it does seem to be doing fairly decent so far in China. But we'll have to see till it, officially comes out to the West. And I don't know if there's going to be when the English release date is for this game just yet. So we just finished off a story mission. When you clear off certain sections of the story missions, you get rewards, you get diamonds, everything like that to do summons. If I actually go ahead and head on back, there's a couple of different options up on the right, PvP or event dungeons. There's like a tower, or there's this daily dungeons mode that we got right here, which has all of your daily dungeons that you can progress through to get things like currencies and progression items for your different characters. I'm just going to go ahead and jump into one of these real quick so you guys can see what it kind of looks like. Kind of show a little bit of like a boss battle for you. Now, I really wish I knew the names of these characters because I think they are pretty cool, and I think if you are going to fall in love with this game, it's going to be that art style, because I actually really do like this art style. It kind of reminds me of like older games that came out for the mobile devices around, I don't know, maybe like 5 or 6 years ago, but like it still looks good. I'm not saying it looks bad. I honestly think it looks like a really, really great game. So we're going to have my characters kind of auto battle and push their way through this area. Now, basically the way that I describe my characters, I've got Blue Riding Hood, I've got Girl with the Flame Sword, Arthur, which is that guy, and Vlad. I don't know. I'm pretty sure that I don't know what any of their names are, but there are some instances where it comes to combat, you kind of understand some of the abilities the characters do. So my Vlad guy, he does have like a poison effect. You can see an icon that did pop up under the enemy when he attacked that causes poison to them. freezing effects and all that kind of other stuff. Now there is one thing that is kind of interesting that I've noticed since I've been playing the game, where your characters don't gain experience by going through these levels. You get these like little jelly dudes or like monsters that you can sell or sacrifice to your units in order to level them up. But I have noticed that as you're playing through and you're going through these instances, you'll notice that some of your characters, a little thing will pop up saying like level up, and I was like, oh, did my character just level up? No, they actually level up their individual skills, and I don't know if it's specifically like as long as they're on your party, they gain experience, or if like the more you use that specific skill, does that skill level up? I did think that was kind of an interesting dynamic system in the game, kind of like enticing players to use more than just a single skill so you can level up all of your skills. I haven't seen if there's a way to like specifically progress the skills any other way, but like I said, I don't really understand everything that's going on in this game. So we're gonna go ahead and let my characters hopefully be able to beat this boss. This is like the second most difficult area. Now you notice one of my characters did end up going down, and I had a support character jump in. The support character is basically friends that you get in the game or people that you add. You know, you've seen this in other gacha games. And in fact, too, you can, if you bring somebody with you, you get friendship points, and you can use those friendship points to do summons, and you get some basic summons from that. And I do believe there is a form of equipment summon in this game. We'll double check towards the end when we go and do our summons, but I did want to let you guys know that there could be potential summons that people don't particularly like. When there's equipment summons, when basically all you want are character summons. So hopefully my characters will be able to beat this. I'm pretty sure we'll be fine. I've got that level 99 friend on my team right now who's probably just going to dominate this this boss. I will say though, one thing that is kind of strange is the boss had like 3 levels of health, though there wasn't like a very good way of it indicating exactly how much health there is. Now maybe they always have 3 bars of health: green, yellow, red. But I was a little concerned because there were certain areas I got into, so I was like, wait, are there 4, 5, 6 levels of this health? Like, how much is left in the boss? But again, it could just be green, yellow, red, and you're done from there. So we just beat that, got some creatures, got some materials to level up my, to improve my characters in some way. I don't know how because it's all in Chinese. So let me go ahead and show you guys some of the characters. I believe it's this one. You can click on one of the characters, click on the little blue icon right there, and then you can go ahead and sacrifice some of your other ones to level her up. So if I just drop like a bunch of these, she's now at level 39, hit OK. Hit the far right blue button, hit the blue button again, and she's gonna go ahead and sacrifice all those guys to level up to level 39. And there you go, level 39, on my way up to level 40. Now you can get them up to level 99, but I believe you have to kind of like limit break them in order to do that. Because I have seen other heroes that I've taken on, like for my friends and stuff like that, that are a higher level than my characters. So let's go ahead. We're going to finish off by doing summons. That's the best part of this game. I've got enough to do 2 10-time summons, and I'm pretty sure. So there's summons that you can do for these monsters, those little jelly dudes, to level up your characters. And maybe there isn't equipment summons. Okay, there's not equipment summons, but there's other styles of summons. So let's go ahead. We're going to do this. See if we can't get some pretty cool characters. Basically, we want the godly summons. There's legend summons, and then there's the godly ones, which is, look, I just got a rainbow one right there. Actually, wait, I don't remember if it's the godly or the rainbow. God rare, I think this is the guy that we just got. Yep. So the godly rare summons, those are the great ones. So here's another one right here, 5-star. Boom, boom. And you notice that was a golden orb that turned into a purple character. So that's kind of cool. Like I don't mind when games have like the hidden like up rates, you know, like when you think you don't get a super rare character, but then you end up getting one. I like that. And then for our final summon, we got a godly rare and a whole bunch of legends. Possible. Oh, whoa, 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 what's going on? Something crazy just happened. I don't even know what the crap's going on right now. This is nuts. My phone's vibrating. I thought somebody was calling me. Yeah, we got a god rare. Okay, so I've seen a god rare, but I've never had my phone vibrate and freak out on me like that. Okay, we got another god rare. I don't know what was happening, but that kind of like freaked me. I thought somebody was calling me. So we got another god rare. I don't know if that's like a super god rare character, but that was pretty cool. So there you guys go. That is Cryptract. I think that's how you say that name. I think it's definitely an interesting hero collector game, but I think once it does finally release in the West and there's an English version comes out, I think a lot of people could enjoy this game for its art style and for its characters and stuff like that. But I haven't really seen anything particular to make it stand out compared to other games, besides its kind of older style of graphics. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe so you guys can stay up to date in the latest in mobile gaming. All right friends, I'll see you next time.